Ahoy, all my pirating pals! DJ here, once again bringing you another instructional video. Today, we're going to talk about emissaries, and how you can get hold of all them bright, shiny new cosmetics that go along with the ledgers. But firstly, I've had such a great response from my last instructional video that I'd like to thank all of you for subscribing and liking and sharing it around.
Thank you guys.
So, without further ado, let's move on to the emissaries. Now, emissaries are those flags you stick on the back of the ship, and once applied to your boat, you need to try to get it to grade 5, or as close as possible, and hand in whichever loot or flags represent that particular faction to reach that top tier. This can be done in many ways. You can complete world events. That can generally get your flag to about 4.5. Easily followed up by a skelly ship, and you should have a grade 5 flag. Now sometimes you might not be able to get it to grade 5. Sometimes you get into a little trouble on the seas, so you're better off selling what you've got at that particular time. Now a smart thing to do is to collect as much loot as possible from all factions. And don't go selling it hickledy-pickledy. Always sell your grade 5 treasure first. Then you can drop your emissary, collect, and move on to the next one. Now, by doing this, you're ensuring that you're getting all different types of loot to your emissary. Sure, they might not be grade 5, but you're putting everything into what you can at any given time. And it's at this point that I find that gems are your friends. Since you could hand gems into any faction, I usually choose to hand them into the faction that isn't grade 5. And since they are quite valuable, it tends to keep your ledgers fairly well aligned. If you can reach the top tier in any faction, you'll receive every reward below it. And as a rule of thumb, always keep your eye on the horizon, because you never know who might be sneaking up, being so busy and all. As a few last minute pointers, don't do what I did and forget to hand something in. Always check your ship for any loose items that you may have forgotten or missed. Even if it's one piece of loot, it's better to hand it in with an emissary up than down. And before closing your grade 5 flag, always remember to claim that emissary voyage, for it is an easy way to get your flag back up to grade 5 again. So with a few simple tips and tricks, you should be able to keep your ledger up to scratch, and don't worry if you don't get it the first run. You've got a couple of months to get it all done. So, with these couple of tips and tricks I've shared with you today, I hope you too will stay on top of the ledger and earn their beautiful cosmetics. And hang on. Who didn't drop the anchor? What's going on here? Get. I can work with this. Alright. That's me hearties. You take care now. Subscribe, like, and share. I would be much appreciated. Until then, as Joe Nate would say, see you on the seas.